Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, I am going to be reviewing a 8 GPU mining cave frame. Some of you may have saw recently that I just reviewed this 6 GPU mining frame from miningcave.com, as well as a 1600 watt power supply. So in this video, I'm going to be testing out this 8 GPU mining frame, and we're going to do an unboxing and all that kind of stuff. And as well, we're going to test it with a 2000 watt 8 GPU power supply from Mining Cave. Using these graphics cards here, I have a few 2060 Supers, 4 EVGA 3070 Ti's, and 1 RTX 2080. So we're going to try 8 of these graphic cards all together on this 8 GPU mining frame. Okay, so thank you miningcave.com, guys. Links down below if you guys are interested in buying anything here. So you know, recently I did this 6 GPU one with 6 RX 580s, 4GB cards. I actually switched this rig. Now it's mining Ethereum Classic, and so it's not taking about 1000 watts anymore. It's taking about 700 watts at the wall, getting about 180 mega hash. I can show you guys some numbers here. But anyways, without further ado, let's do an unboxing of this Mining Cave 8 GPU mining frame. So first thing that comes with it is, looks like there is a motherboard box here. I don't think the motherboard's in here. So I believe it's already pre-installed on the frame already in this box. So as you guys can probably tell, that this 8 GPU mining frame already came pre-built. Okay, so once I take it out of the box here, you guys will see what I mean. But just a few things that looks like it also came with is a USB to SATA adapter, so that you could essentially image your operating system on it, like Hive OS or Simple Mining or something like that. And it looks like it came with a bunch of extra risers, so that's pretty nice. I'm gonna assume that this frame also has risers pre-installed, so they send 3 extra risers just in case some of the risers don't work from the shipping. Oh, it looks like there is a USB stick here and a couple cable ties, so maybe Hive OS. Oh yeah, look, it says Hive OS on it, and so that's gonna be great. And also the power cables, there is an option when you order the 8 GPU rig kit that it comes with like a European power plug or North American plug or anything like that. I'll talk about more about the power later with the power supply, and of course it comes with a manual. I don't think we'll need it, but I will skim through that later. Okay guys, I'm gonna take it out of the box, and I can't do that while I hold the camera, so you'll see it on this table in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I am in shock. This is just insane. Mining Cave, holy smokes, man, this is crazy. All right guys, this 8 GPU mining frame, I guess it's a rig kit or like a whole GPU mining rig build without the GPUs. So Mining Cave sent me a, looks like they sent me a BioStar TB250 BTC Pro motherboard. Okay, so this actually has 12 PCIe slots, as you guys can see, and then it also has already pre-installed, actually everything is pre-installed. I am just so surprised right now. Out of the box, it literally has a pre-built frame. It's got the GPU risers, looks like they're brand new revisioned risers with the 8 capacitors. They got PCIe, USB, and the PCIe slot looks like it has like a metal brace or something there. That's pretty cool. And it also came with a 2000 watt power supply, which is nuts. 90 plus gold, which I don't think 90 plus gold efficiency is a real thing, but I guess we can kind of tell once we plug it into the wall. We will see how much power this whole mining rig will take once I put the graphic cards on. And also it has the SSD already installed, pre-installed. I don't know how big this is. This is a 120 gig Kingston SSD. Now, I'm not sure if Hive OS or anything is on it, but you guys saw earlier it came with the USB stick, so maybe we can just use that instead and take out the SSD. I'm not sure. We can do both ways, SSD or USB stick. It looks like Mining Cave gives you the option. All right, this is really cool, very similar with the 6 GPU frame. You guys may have saw that video. And I guess I was gonna put in the 2000 watt power supply that they also sent me here. It looks like I will not need that, so I'm probably gonna give this away. You know what? Let's do a giveaway. I don't need to have 2 of these, guys. So let's do a giveaway. So all you guys gotta do is just comment down below if you are in USA, Canada, or EU, all right? Spelled exactly how I said it. And as well, give me your guys' thoughts on the mining cave frames that I have reviewed. I guess the 6 GPU one and obviously the 8 GPU one, which we're gonna do in this video. We're gonna see how it all works with the graphic cards. Okay, so then yeah, I will choose the winner in a couple days after this video. I will reply to your comment. I'll do random comment picker, choose the winner for this 2000 watt 8 GPU power supply from miningcave.com. Thank you so much, Mining Cave, and good luck to the winner. Okay guys, going along with the review here. So if everything is all plugged in, I mean, all I gotta do now is just add the graphic cards and plug in the PCIe cables, and there are 8 different PCIe strands coming off this 2000 watt power supply. And also you guys may notice that there is PCIe already going into the risers. And so this power supply actually, which is the 2000 watt 8 GPU, also has the direct 6-pin power for the risers. Okay, so that is what you guys see. There is no extra like 2-pin to make it 8-pin. These are specifically for the risers, and then 8 different strands which have also a daisy chained 8-pin. Okay, so 2 8-pins on a single strand. So essentially we have 16 plugs here, 16 PCIe plugs for the graphic cards. So without further ado, let's plug in all the GPUs, guys. You'll see them all installed right now. Okay, so I successfully got 7 graphics cards in. Actually, I had an issue putting in these 4 3070 Ti's, 3 of them. But I'll show you guys what I did to remedy the fix here. So the issue that I had is this screw hole getting the I/O bracket onto the mining frame here, okay, like this here. I had to move the risers forward a little bit more. So all I did was unscrew the 4 screws that were going into the metal bracing on the mining frame here, and I pushed the riser forward and then tightened the bolts so that the I/O bracket on the graphic card would go over the screw hole so that I can successfully screw it in. So that was just one very, very small little issue that I just ran into right now. So anyway, let me plug in the last graphic card and then we'll do the power cables. Be right back. Alright, got the last 3070 Ti plugged in and all of the PCIe cables. Okay, this last one here going into the 3070 Ti was a little bit of a stretch, but if it is a problem, there is a cable tie that already came with the power supply. You can just cut that and it should release some tension and then give a little bit more leeway for the last GPU here. But I didn't cut it off. It's still okay, a little bit of space. But anyways, you guys can see the cabling here that go into the other 4 GPUs. All right, these are 3 2060 Supers, and then I got RTX 2080, and then the 4 3070 Ti's. You guys may be wondering, like, Red Panda, why didn't you just do 8 3070 Ti's? And I wanted to, but then this 2000 watt power supply technically wouldn't be enough capacity because the TDP on these are like 320 watts, all right? So times that by 8, that would be a lot more than the 2000 watt power supply. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to show you the back here of the Mining Cave frame, okay? So here is the 2000 watt power supply, and you can see it's screwed in here nicely into this metal bar here, and then there is room for another power supply here, okay, if you want it, all right? So which is really good, especially if you want to use, you know, higher end graphic cards like RTX 3080s or maybe RTX 3090s. You will definitely need another power supply for those cards, okay? So just be mindful of the power capacity, all that kind of stuff. Do your own research on what you need in order to run your GPUs at, you know, stock clocks, because in case your mining rig goes back to stock clocks, it's going to utilize a lot of power, the max power of your power supply, and if you go over that, then it, you know, you may cause a fire. Hopefully the power supplies that you get have overvolt protection, all that kind of stuff. It'll automatically turn off, but you know, in some cases, some cheap power supplies will, you know, go on fire. So just be mindful of that, okay? Okay, so before we plug it in and turn it on, I actually already have the Ethernet plugged in. Mining Cave told me, so they said before you turn it on, you gotta make sure and check all the risers and cables are plugged in all the way. So we're just gonna do that right now. Doesn't look like any of these are dislodged. Check the 8-pin CPU, check the 24-pin on the motherboard, that looks to be good. Check the fan, yeah, that's good. Okay, and I checked all the riser cables already going into the risers, the PCIe, USB. You gotta make sure those none of these dislodged. Okay, and yeah, okay, so I think we're good to go, guys. We're good to go. I'm gonna now get a power cable, but before I do that, I just wanted to just see exactly how much that 6 GPU mining rig is doing. So we're mining Ethereum Classic at about 713 watts, okay, at the wall for that Mining Cave 6 GPU with the RX 580 4GB cards, okay. Before we were mining Ravencoin, but we were getting almost 1,000 watts on that, but I changed it to Ethereum Classic. Okay, so remember this number, guys. We're gonna add that rig that I just made onto this 30 amp PDU. This red cable goes already to this RX 580 rig, okay? Really awesome rig, I love it. Mining Cave, if you're watching this, I need another 3 more of these because I wanna do a really high stacking Mining Cave. I have an idea that I wanna do with a 4 stacked high Mining Cave rig. Anyways, guys, let me get a power cable and let's turn it on. Okay, power cable's in, let's turn it on. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it came on a little bit and now it's on. Okay, motherboard already turned on by itself, so I have a feeling the AC power on is already in the BIOS. So looks like, what do we got here? We got new CPU installed, press delete. Oh, no, looks like it went into Hive OS already. Okay, so Hive OS says here, press enter to continue with this URL or retype a new one. So we're just gonna hit enter. And now we need to put in our rig ID and probably the rig password. So you're gonna have to go back to your Hive OS web GUI and create a new worker and then add in the worker ID and password into here. All right, so I gotta do that right now. Be right back. Okay, so it already showed up in my Hive OS account and you guys can see the 8 graphics cards here. 3070 Ti, 4 of them, and the 3 2060 Supers, and the Lonely RTX 2080. Okay, so that worked. Look at this. It looks really good. Now we want to get this mining, my friends. So I'm going to mine Ravencoin on these 3070 Ti's, and then I'm going to do Ethereum on these 4 GPUs right here, all right? So I'm going to have to do a split flight sheet in Hive OS, and yeah, get that all going. So let me do that right now. Alright, so I got my flight sheet all created. I got 2 different miners in one flight sheet. So one's for Ravencoin for my 3070 Ti's and the other GPUs on Ethereum. Okay, I'll just show you guys quickly here what I did. So I'm using NB Miner, latest version of NB Miner for my 3070 Ti's. We're gonna go to, everything else is standard, okay? Everything else is gonna be the same, but different for depending on where your GPUs are. I had to add devices and then these numbers here because I essentially have kind of like a mixed rig, and so looking at, you know, the numbers here, you guys can see according to my 3070 Ti's are all over the place, right? So that's why I specifically chose, you know, GPU 0, GPU 3, 4, and 7 on NB Miner. That's for Ravencoin because the 3070 Ti's, as you guys see here, are labeled that way. Okay, so similar idea I did with the other miner here for Ethereum. So we're doing T-Rex miner for the other 2000 series cards, and you can see here I did devices 1, 2, 5, and 6. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. All right, guys, now I need to apply the overclocks before we turn on the flight sheet. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I got the overclocks in. I can show you guys right now. I had to do them each manually because, yeah, you guys know I have all different GPUs and they're all not in order. So, yeah, it made things a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. That's what you got to do when you have multiple, I guess, NVIDIA cards on one rig. Anyways, guys, it's mining. I got the flight sheet applied already. We're getting 39 mega hash on the 3070 Ti's, okay? Mining Raven coin, all right? This is not Ethereum. This is Raven coin hash rate. So I think that's not too bad. I think I can get like 40 or 42, but we're gonna have to change some numbers here a little bit higher. But the 2060 Supers, all right, are getting 41 to 42 mega hash mining Ethereum, and the RTX 2080 is also getting about 42.24. At the power consumption, you can see here is quite a lot for the 3070 Ti's, but obviously still profitable. But the 20 series cards, they're taking under 100 watts each according to the software. So total power consumption says 1,370 watts. All right, so let's go to the wall and see if that's true. Okay, so this also includes the other mining cave rig, all right, the RX 580s, which we saw earlier in this video. They were taking about 713 watts. So now with the other mining rig we just made is taking about 2,385 watts. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2,385. All right, so if we did the calculation here, that means the rig is taking about 1,672 watts at the wall, which I think that sounds about right, because if the software said 1,300 something, then another 300 watts is maybe some other stuff. I noticed that Raven coin does take more power at the core, and so that power consumption is not going to show up in Hive OS for some reason. And yeah, you guys know the absolute core clock for the 20 series cards is actually true at the wall. So these are actually getting about 100 watts. We've tested that before in previous videos in the past regarding absolute core clock. So anyways, guys, wow, this looks really good. This rig is going really strong. Now, I don't have fans or anything. It looks like this frame doesn't have any fan placements. I'm sure you could, like, you know, zap strap some fans if you wanted, but very similar to what I explained before in this mining rig frame video is that, you know, I would just buy a floor fan. Instead of buying 120mm fans or even 140mm fans, they'll probably just cost the exact same as like a floor fan. And a floor fan will output a lot more CFM than those like RGB fans, because the CFM on those are less than, you know, 80 CFM, sometimes, you know, 60 CFM, and it barely does anything. So depending on your ambient temperature, and looking at this mining frame, you know, it's getting a little bit toasty for my 3070 Ti's right now. But if you have a generally cool place, then yeah, this is gonna be just fine. But if you have a lot of other mining rigs, then you're gonna probably run into some heat issues. And so I would probably get like a floor fan or something and just pump some air, some airflow throughout the rig. And you gotta have at least some heat extraction method for your GPUs if you have a whole bunch like I do in my basement. Anyways, guys, I think that's it. This mining cave 8 GPU mining rig, it's working great. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. It's definitely a lot longer than the 6 GPU one, obviously, because we've added 2 more graphics cards, right? Now, some of you may be asking, Red Panda, would you personally buy this yourself as a, you know, GPU miner if you were new coming into the space? And I would say yes, definitely, because all the parts come pre-assembled, as you guys saw, in the mining cave box, which was, wow, the first of its kind in my opinion. I've never seen a pre-built mining frame with all the risers, the motherboard, the power supply, SSD, everything all plugged in. And all you need to basically do is add the GPUs and plug in the PCIe plugs, okay? Each strand into the GPU. So pretty simple, pretty easy. Hive OS was already preloaded, you guys just saw. So all you gotta do is add in your rig ID, password, and you're good to go, right? Flight sheet. Obviously set your flight sheet, overclocks, all that stuff. And you're on your way to mining, right? So you can also stack these mining rig frames. You guys can see here, especially this 8 GPU one, so you can have multiple 8 GPU mining frames on top of each other. But mind you, heat could be a potential issue. And actually, I want to see the temperatures of this rig. Let's go to the web GUI. All right, hitting refresh here, and we are getting, oh, one of the 3070 Ti's is getting 69 degrees Celsius, which is a little bit toasty for my liking. And yeah, it looks like the temperatures are going up for some other ones here. I like to have my GPU rigs at least under 65 degrees Celsius. Some people say, you know, under 80 degrees is fine, but honestly, I don't like going past 65 for my rig. So I just started to mine on this rig, so the temperatures are, you know, starting to go up a lot higher. Oh, 70 degrees now Celsius on that 3070 Ti. Okay, so yeah, I have basically no airflow in here. Yeah, these GPUs are definitely gonna get hot right now, so just be mindful for you guys that are wanting to get this frame, or I mean any open air frame, to be honest. You gotta have airflow on your GPUs so that you don't overheat them. And you can also kind of circumvent that by, you know, turning up the 100% fan speed. All right guys, well, it looks like this thing is working pretty good. I don't know what else to say otherwise. Typical mining rig. All right guys, I think that's it for this video. Please comment down below. Again, we're doing the 2000 watt power supply giveaway. All right, so just comment down below if you are in USA, Canada, or EU. All right, and just comment on your thoughts of the mining rig frames here from Mining Cave. If you guys are interested in buying these rig kits, all right, link down below. Okay, my friends, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and peace out.